Welcome all of you. Myself Savita Mali, Senior Lecturer HOD from Adarsh Institute of Pharmacy D Farm Vita, present here a presentation on the topics forms of business organization. This is second presentation on this topic. In last presentation, I explained about the different types of business organization like sole proprietorship and partnership. In that presentation, I will explain about the definition of sole proprietorship, their silent features, advantages and disadvantages, and also explains about the definition of partnership firm, their characters, advantages, disadvantages, different types of the partners like active partner, sleeping partner, nominal partner, partner in profit only, secret partner, minor partner, and partners in estoppel. In this that presentation, I will explains about different types of partnership and the difference between sole proprietorship and partnership. In this presentation, I explain remaining forms of business organization. Among that, first one is the joint Hindu family business. Such a business belong to single Hindu family and conduct it as a family business is called a joint Hindu family business. This business transfer from grandfather to son, son to grandson. So this member can be transferred in that family only. Then we see the different characters of this business. There are various silent features or characters of the business. Here members in the family business can be increased as per birth in the family. If there are birth into the family, membership can be increased. Such business can be handled by only male members, or male member has right to become as a member of this family business. Such business is handled by a older person of that family is called as karta. Liabilities of all members of this business organization is limited except karta. Karta has unlimited liabilities. Liabilities means obligation to pay the business debts. So karta has unlimited liability and other members have limited liability. Such business existence is not affected by any death or insolvency of any member, even karta. If there is a death of karta, next oldest family member of that family can handle such type of business. Then share of each member of the family keeps on fluctuating. That means if there is any birth into the family, share of each member is reduced, and if there is any death into the family, members in that family is reduced. Therefore share in profit of each member is increased. So last feature is shares of each member of the family keep on fluctuating. Then we see the advantages and disadvantages of these types of business organization. First we see the advantages. Here karta has full freedom to run the business. All the business is in hand of the karta, or oldest person of the family is called as the karta. So there it has full freedom to run the business. Then second most advantages of this business organization is each family members get share in profit without its contribution. Means if any person is not doing any work but he can contribute profit earned by such type of business. Then next one is a all members has limited liability except karta all the members have limited liabilities and karta has unlimited liability. Then next important advantages is business has not effect of insanity or the death of a member or even the karta. Business is not affected by the death of the karta. Business can be continued by another oldest person in that family. So this is the major advantages of such type of business organization. Then next one is a this such type of business is just like insurance cover from children, widows, disabled, sick and sick members of the family. Means these all children's, disabled person or sick member of the family does not do any work, but due to family business they can share in the profit. So they can do they can share in profit and do all the work without any do life safely without any work. The next one is a business can run smoothly with the male members of the family. Male member of the family smoothly run such type of business. So these are the various advantages of the joint Hindu family business. Means first one is a karta has full freedom to do any type of business. Each family member gets share into profit without its contribution. All members have limited liability except karta. Business not affected by death of any members or the even the karta. Business is just like insurance to cover children, widows, disabled and sick persons of the family. Business can be run smoothly with the mill. Among these various types of advantages, there are some disadvantages of such type of business organization. First one is a karta has unlimited authority to run a business. So young members of the family has no place or has no any right to do work as per their knowledge or skills. So young persons or young member of that family get discouraged. All the decision is taken by the karta. So young member may be sometimes discouraged. So this is the major disadvantages of the joint Hindu family business. Then second one is the resource of such type of business are limited as compared to other business. Means resources or finance or capital required to start such type of business is earned only by that family only. So there sometime there is a limitation of capital. Then such type of business cannot be expand or cannot be do on large scale. So this is the major drawback or disadvantages of joint Hindu family business. Then next one is the continuity of business depend upon continuity of the family. Such type of business remain continue as the family remain continue, but sometime or there is a real position is that such family cannot remain continually. So after dividation of the family, business also get break. So this is also major disadvantages of joint Hindu family business. Then next one is each members of the family get share in the profit without its contribution. Even all family members doesn't work, they can share into the profit. Therefore such members become irresponsible and lazy. All the works are done by karta and some other members cannot do work, so they become lazy and irresponsible. So these are the various disadvantages. Like karta has unlimited, young members get disappointed. Then next one, resources are limited. Then next one, continuity of business depend upon continuity of the family. Each members have limited shares into profit, therefore they become irresponsible and lazy. These are major disadvantages of the joint Hindu family business. So then we see the next types of business organization is joint stock company. A joint stock company is a voluntary association of people or person who contribute money to carry a business. It registered under Indian Company Act 1956. Means joint stock company is a voluntary association of the persons who wish to start any business, and for that purpose they come together and register under Indian Company Act 1956. Such company is called a joint stock company. Then we see their silent features or characters. First one, it come into existence after registration under Indian Company Act 1956. Therefore first feature is that it joint stock company is required to register under Act 1956. Then second, Business is managed by board of director. To manage such business, joint stock company business, members elected board of directors, means executive officer, chief executive officer, etc., and who manage such type of business. The next one, shareholders are the owner of the company. Capital required to start such type of business is raised through the shares, which can be transferred, and this person, those have such share, are called as shareholder or members of this company, and these shareholders are the actual owner of that company. Then next important feature is that a company can own, hold, and dispose property in its own name. So any company can own any property or any buildings, and can be disposed such property or building, etc., and as its own name. Then next one is it is not a natural person. Company is not a natural person, so it cannot sign any document, but common seal of company used for documentation. Whenever there is a necessary of the sign or signature, at that time common seal of company having their name uh, impressed on that documentation. The next one is the liabilities of the members are limited, so it is safe for shareholders, because their personal property cannot be used for business debts. Then next one is the company is a legal person, only law can end its life, so such type of company cannot be end at any time. For closing of such type of company, permission of government or court is required, so existence of such type of company is long life. So these are the various silent features of the joint stock company. First one, registration is must. Second one, business is managed by board of director. Third one, shareholders are owner. Shares, capital is raised by the shares. A company can hold, own, or dispose its property. It is not a natural person, so common seal of the company can be used for documentation. Liabilities of the members are unlimited, and company is a legal person, so only law can end it. Then we see the different advantages and disadvantages of such type of company. First one is the limited liabilities. First we see the advantages of the joint stock company. First one is a limited liability, so person can easily start such type of business. Then second one, can easily raise the capital by the shares. Capital required to start such type of business is arranged by the shares, so any person having small finance can start such type of business. Third one, can afford to appoint the well qualified and experienced staff. Here capital arranged is huge, so company can afford to appoint the well qualified and experienced staff, and such well qualified and experienced staff can handle each and every part of the business organization. The next one, easy of transfer of shares. In joint stock company, if any person wish to transfer his shares to another, can do such way. The next one, the company is managed on democratic principle. Here, to manage the business, each member has right to vote, and after voting they can elect a chairman and vice chairman, etc., and who can arrange the or control the business. So company is managed on democratic principle. Next one, risk of each member is reduced. Here liabilities are limited through therefore risk of each member is reduced. Next one, insolvency, death of any member do not affect did not affect on the existence of the company. Here the if there is a death of any person, company can be continued. Then these are the various disadvantages of the joint stock company. First one, limited liability. Secondly, easy capital can be arranged. Next, can afford a well qualified person. Next one, ease of transfer of shares. Next one, company is managed on the democratic principle. Next one, risk of each member is reduced, and insolvency, death of any member cannot affect on the existence of the business. Then we see the disadvantages of forms of business organization. First one is formation is not easy. It is costly and time consuming because to start the joint stock company there is a registration under Indian Company Act 1956 is compulsory. So there is a difficulty to start the such type of job. They here required various types of the documentation, so it is a time consuming process. Then next one, companies are registered under Indian Company Act 1956. Therefore there are various government rules and regulation. The next one is cannot take the prompt decision in company when there is a need to take any decision. Meeting of all members are required to arrange, and after that meeting any decision get passed. So here prompt decision is not taken, there is a delay in decision making. Next one, due to large scale production, poor qualities of the goods in joint stock company, there is a huge amount of capital, so large scale production of good is possible, but there is a lack of control on such type of organization. Due to board of director can arrange such type of business, poor qualities of good may be produced. The next one, secrecy of business cannot be maintained. In joint stock company every decision is taken after dealing with all the members, therefore secrecy of business cannot be maintained. Next one, sometimes bogus companies are floated. uh, Secrecy of business cannot be maintained. It can be any decision can be taken after consultation of the all the members, so secrecy of business here cannot be maintained. The next one, sometimes bogus companies are floated into the market to cheat the public, so person uh, cannot faith on such type of companies. Next one, management is done by board of director, and such a board of director may not have personal interest, or they sometimes misuse their position. So these are the various disadvantages. First one is the formation is not easy, costly, time consuming. Second, excessive government regulation is there. Next one, cannot take prompt decision. Next one, due to large scale production, poor qualities of goods. Next one, secrecy of business cannot be maintained. Next one, sometimes bogus companies are floated. Next one, management done by board of director, they cannot have personal interest. So these are advantages and disadvantages of joint Hindu family joint stock company business. Okay, then we see the next different types of company. There are various types of company. First one, as per the incorporation. Second one, as per the nationality. Third one, the as per liability. And fourth one, as per public interest. First we see the as per incorporation. As per incorporation, companies are divided as incorporated under special chapter. Second one, established by special act of the parliament. And third one, incorporated as per the company act. Generally companies are required to the register as per company act 1956, but there are some companies which cannot be registered as per companies act 1956. So such type of companies can be registered after special chapter. So so here companies are classified as incorporated as per company act 1956. Second one, incorporated under a special chapter. And third one, for registration of some companies required a special act pass into the parliament. So such companies are called as established by special act of parliament, such as LIC and Air India. Here special provision is taken, and which can be passed into parliament meeting, and companies get established. So such called as established by special act of the parliament. So this is the classification of companies as per incorporation. Then second one, as per nationality. As per nationality, companies can be divided as national companies and multinational companies. Then Third classification is as per liability. As per liability, companies are classified as companies with limited liabilities. Next one, companies with liabilities limited by the shares, and third one, companies with the liabilities limited by the guarantee. Here, company with limited liability, here unlimited liabilities, here personal property can be utilized for personal debts. Then second one, companies with liability limited by the guarantee, here guarantee is given. And last one, company with the liabilities limited by the shares. Next one, as per public interest, companies can be classified as private company, public company and government company. Let's private company has private owner, then next one is a public company, and last one is a government company. Let's we see this types of company. First one is a public company. Public company has minimum 7 shareholders and no maximum limit. Here 7 shareholder or 7 members and there is a no maximum limit. Next one, have to follow many laws. Here various laws are available to control the publicly limited company. Next one, free to transfer his shares. Members of this company has free to transfer his shares. Next one is offer shares to the public to collect the large sum of the money. In public limited company, they can offer shares to the public to collect the large sum of the money. So this is the public limited company. Here minimum limit is 7 and no maximum limit. Then next one is a have to follow many laws, free to transfer his shares and offer public to collect the large sum of money. Then next one is a maximum private limited company. In private limited company, there are minimum 2 members and maximum 50 members. Less regulation as compared to the public companies. Then next one is a restriction to transfer of shares. Next one, limited liability. Next one, does not allow public subscription of the shares. Next one, required to pay high taxes than the partnership. Here minimum 2 and maximum 50 members of the shareholders. Less regulation as compared to the public companies, and restriction for transfer of shares. Liabilities are limited. Next one, does not allow public subscription, and last one, required to pay high taxes than partnership. So this is the public limited company and private limited company. Then we see the government company. In the government companies, at least 51% of the share capital is held by the central government, a state government, or by the central government and the state government. So there are various types of the government companies like Bhartiya Rail, BSNL, LIC, etc. are the government companies. Here 51% share is by central government, state government and central government and both state government. So here we see about the joint stock company. In that joint stock company we see the definition, then we see the silent feature, advantages and disadvantages of joint stock company, and then we see the types of joint stock company. Here there is a classification like as per incorporation, as per nationality, as per liability and as per public interest. Okay, then we see next the difference between joint stock company and the partnership. Joint stock companies can be registered as per Company Act 1956, but partnership cannot be required to the registration, but partnership deed is prepared as per Indian Partnership Act 1932. Then second difference is that in joint stock company registration is compulsory, but in partnership registration is voluntary. Then third difference is capital is arranged by the himself. In joint stock company, capital is arranged by the itself. In partnership, capital is arranged by the different partners. Then in joint stock company, secrecy of business is not maintained, but in partnership, secrets of the business can be shared into the partners. Then in joint stock company, there are limited liabilities, but in partnership, liabilities are unlimited. Then in joint stock company, minimum 7 partner for public limited company, and there is a no upper limit. And for private limited company, minimum 2 partners and maximum 50 partners. But in partnership, there is minimum 2 partner and maximum 20 partners are required. Then next difference is that joint stock company is managed by board of director, but partnership business is managed by partners. Then next difference is that audit of company account is compulsory in joint stock company, but in partnership, audit of firm's account is not compulsory. So this is the difference between the joint stock company and the partnership. Then we see last organization, that is cooperative society. Cooperative society is a voluntary association of people or the person who are financially strong. Its aim is not only to get the profit but to achieve an economic goal with social perspective, means to overcome the difficulties during the fulfillment of the wants. Here, members of any one society or members of any one age group or members of any one organization come together and start the business is called as cooperative society. And aim of such business organization is not to achieve the profit, but make the provision so that people can fulfill their wants. So this is the cooperative society. Then we see the different features of this cooperative society. First one is a cooperative society is a voluntary association. Anyone interested people come together and start the business. Then next one, minimum membership requirement is 10 and there is no maximum limit. To start such a type of business, minimum 10 members are required. There is no limit for maximum. Then next one, registration of cooperative society is must under the Cooperative Society Act 1912. Society business can be registered under Indian Society Act 1912. Then next, after registration, they enjoy the privilege of the joint stock company. As per joint stock company, they can manage all the business. Then next, management of such type of business organization is in the held of managing committee, which can be elected from its members. And then next, capital requirement to start such type of business is arranged by its members by sharing their capitals. Then if any members wish to want transfer his share, cannot be transfer his share, but if he resign from its membership, he can resign from their membership. Then business is transferred only cash basis. Credit facilities are not available. So these are the various characters of the cooperative society. Like first one, voluntary association. Second, minimum membership 10. Registration under Cooperative Society Act 1912 is necessary. Then next, management in the hands of managing committee. Capital invested by its member and shares cannot be transferred. Business done only on the cash basis, not on credit basis. Then we see the advantages and disadvantages of the cooperative society. First one, it is a voluntary association. Minimum 10 members required and no legal formalities required. Only registration under Indian Cooperative Society Act 1912 is necessary. Then second, management is based on one man one vote basis. That means managing committee can be elected from its member. The next one, liabilities are limited. Here personal property cannot be used for business debts. The next one, life of members is limited to the proportion of their capital contribution. As the person contribute their capital, their membership is exist. If there is a lifelong membership, the membership of that person become lifeline. So capital contribution for that purpose is much more than other members. So membership of that person is depend upon capital contribution. Then next one, cooperation among the people is done in such type of business organization because here same age group or persons into local area or particular classes are come together and get started their business. For example, business started by various joint club or any housing society or particular classes of person. So there is a cooperation between that people. Then next, there is a no maximum limit for the membership, so capital can be raised. Then next, government provide many types of the assistance for such type of business organization. Then next, surplus earned used for the development of the society. Surplus or more than profit earned by such type of business organization can be used for the development of the society. Then these are the various advantages. First one, minimum 10 members required, few legal formalities required. Next one, management is based on one man one vote basis. Next one, liabilities are limited. Next one, life members is limited to the proportion of their capital contribution. Next one, cooperation among the various peoples. There is no maximum limit for its member. Government provides many types of business assistance. And last one, surplus earned used for development of the society. Then we see the disadvantages of this cooperative society business. First one, shortage of the capital. Here capital requirement to start the business is earned among the capital among the members who share their capital. So there is a shortage of capital. Then second, managing committee which can be elected from the members of the society or a particular age group sometimes have lack of technical knowledge or experience to do such type of business. So there are various difficulties to manage such type of business. Then next one, different opinion among the members. Here members from local area or particular age group or particular classes of the person, but sometimes there is different opinion of different people, so at that time business cannot be handled way. Then next one, lack of motivation among the members. Business is handled by managing committee. If they do not work well, then all the other members cannot motivate them, but but they sometimes discourage them. So there is a lack of motivation among the members. Next one, business affair exposed to the members or secrecy is not maintained. Business secret here can be shared with all the members, so secrecy of business cannot be maintained. Then last one, state regulation affect over the functioning of the society. Society members cannot take any decision without permission of the government, so state regulation sometimes affects such type of business. So this is the presentation on the topic forms of business organization. In first presentation we see two types of business organization. That is, first one is a sole proprietorship and partnership, and in this second presentation we see about the joint Hindu family business, their advantages, disadvantages and silent features. Then see joint stock company, their advantages, disadvantages, silent feature and different types of joint stock company. And lastly we see the cooperative societies business, their definition, silent feature, advantages and disadvantages. This is presentation on this topic. So to see presentation on next topic of this subject, drugstore and business management, let's see my next presentation on that topic. So thank you once again. Thank you.